Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back for another daily live. Today, we're going to talk about how to build a network on LinkedIn, right? It is a question that has been asked so many times by so many people. So today, I'm going to give you a couple of tips. But before I show you how to set up your profile and how to search for the right people, I'm just going to make a short introduction. So, as you know already, I'm the founder of the IBD Hub, and we help architects and real estate developers to start their own business. And we also have a brand new course on digital business development. So, how to get clients online through LinkedIn, Instagram. A clubhouse by having a strong brand identity, personal branding, website, etc., etc. So if anyone is interested in that, you can also go on her website at the IBD Hub. And then you will see digital business development, or you can just copy this link. And this introduction on how to build your network on LinkedIn is a small part of the course on digital business development. So I just wanted to share that with you because it's like little adjustments that I'm gonna show you that can really trigger people to come on your profile and want to contact you. And so it's important. So the first thing to know when you want to build a network on LinkedIn is that you need a business strategy. So do not think that it's going to work to just add people without having any kind of strategy. So a lot of people, they just try to contact people from a country or from a city and so on, and they are setting up a lot of meetings, and it's exhausting and nothing comes out of it. So the first thing to do is define your goal. So what project are you trying to get? What type of clients are you looking for? In which location? What is the profile, their status within the company? And then generally make a list of the companies that you may be interested in, right? So you can do that thanks to Google. If you're looking for real estate developers, you can just Google real estate developers in your city, go through all of them, and make a list. And then I will show you how to find the right people as well. But just before we start, I'm going to share my screen. This is the first time I do that, so just bear with me 1 second. I'm going to share it. Let me see. I already lost it. Yes. Right. So this is, I hope you can see it actually. Yeah, I think you can see it. So this is my page, for instance. So one of the most important thing is to make sure that your LinkedIn page is done properly. So as you know, there is a banner behind your picture. That is one of the most important thing on your page. I would strongly advise you to put the logo of your company and then the one-liner explaining what is the problem that you're solving and how do you go about it in order to solve it, right? So for me, for instance, it's learn to grow your architecture and engineering business. And then how do we do it? We provide business development and marketing solutions that empower both individual and companies to grow, stay competitive, and acquire more quality client in a shorter time, right? Also, what is important is to always have your email address and your website so people can always contact you. And for the profile picture, try to pick colorful pictures. A lot of people put black and white, but when you are on a list of people, you will not see people as much. You can take, for instance, a look here. The pictures that stand out are the ones in color, and the black and white doesn't really stand out as much, right? So try to be creative with the background and the picture, because those are very important. As soon as people click on your profile, they should know what you are doing. The second thing that is super important is this part over here, right? Because this helps people to search you on Google, right? On Google or on LinkedIn. This helps. Um, this is basically a list of all the keywords that people would need to put in order to find you. So try to put as many words, services, and roles as possible, so that everybody that is Googling, for instance, learning to grow your architecture business, is able to see me, for instance, on Google. So this is a research development part. So it is important to set it right. You also have this section over here. By the way, if you have questions, please just comment. So I know that you're there, and I will just answer it as soon as possible. Here you have the provided services. So do not hesitate here as well to add as many services as possible, because that also helps the algorithm to recognize you for these services, so people can look you up. Then you have the about section, and I would advise you to really explain what is your mission with your company or in life, and how did you get there? What is your experience that brought you to this point? And always add, of course, the email address and the website you want people to reach you at. Then here you have a very interesting feature, right? Here you can link a post, an article, a link, or a media, which is super nice because, for instance, for me, I put the latest podcast on my feature, so people can have a look at it. I also added, for instance, my Clubhouse club, so people can join it. And then I also added a section where people can take an appointment with me, right? So, you can add as many as you want. I have also an article, I have the link to my website, etc., etc. But this is perfect for you to either showcase your websites, have an appointment section, or even put your CV on, because you can add also media, so a document, a PDF, so that it is visible on this part. So do use it, because it's very, very useful. And then we go to experience, right? In experience, it is important to, one, link your website, and then two, explain what your company is about. And in terms of roles, if you're working in a company, it is important to put in bullet points what your responsibilities are, what project have you worked on, how much have you sold if you're a real estate developer, and so on. So just make sure that there are some points so that people can start to know you and understand what your position is about. And then finally, there's another section here, which is a recommendation. And you can definitely ask some of your old collaborators to just, join, and you can ask them to recommend you, or you can recommend them. And this is really important because it builds your credibility, right? So that's really how you should set up your page, let's say. Let me see if there is a comment. Uh, could I ask, I see people who always have these very general titles of what do you think that's worth having? It's better to be a little bit more specific. So, for instance, you can say that you're an architect, of course, but try to explain what you are specialized in or what your goal is. So, if, for instance, your company is about sustainability, do put architect with specialized in sustainability for the future or something. Try to be more specific so people can really have a good idea of what you do. And you have a lot of characters, so you can add more specifications to the title, which is really important. You can put more information. So it is definitely useful to do it like this. Then I wanted to show you how it works for searching people. So for instance, if I want to search a real estate developer, I can click on here. I will click on people. Yeah. And here I can put the location. So for instance, New York City. And then here I can add the company that I wanted to target. So you made your list, right? So you should be able to show the results from that company, right? And here you have all the people working for instance, for this company. And then you can even go further because you can go to all filters, and here you can put founder or director or whichever, right? So from this, then start adding people, right? So for instance, here I'm going to say, hi, Christina. Oh, Krista, sorry. Krista. I came across your profile and it seems like we have a lot in common. Pardon my writing. I would love to have a short chat with you and see if we could potentially collaborate. Would you be open to that? Question mark. Kind regards. Right. So this would be the type of message that I send to people when I'm interested in contacting them and see if we can collaborate on a project or to see if they have a project and so on. So that's super important to write a personal message when you really, really want to target that person, right? So again, it is extremely important to do that. Let me see. Yeah. So that is super important to set up. I have another question here. What if you are a generalist? Even if you're generalist, like I'm a generalist, for instance, but I am trying to explain what my mission is, right? My mission is a little bit different than everybody else. So even if you're a generalist, it is important to put together your profile according to who you are and what your interests are. I don't know if you're an entrepreneur or if you work in a company, but definitely try to have a look at what is best. But even if you're a generalist, don't be general. Try to really showcase what your strengths are. So once you send these messages, you can set up a meeting with that person in order to see if you guys are a match to either work together or maybe they become a potential client. And this is how you build a little bit a network on LinkedIn. You can also add, I think it's about 100 people per day or something on LinkedIn. Recently, there has been some debates about that, so I'm not really sure. But try to add as many people as possible per day to really build your network. And always write posts as well, and be consistent with it. So if you say like, okay, I only have time to make 3 posts a week, then just do 3 posts a week, right? You don't need to post every day, but the importance is consistency. So if you decide one time a week, then go 1 time a week, and then you can go to 2 times a week, and then 3 times a week. Don't start doing a post every day and then go back to 3 times a week, because then you're gonna lose. The algorithm is gonna see that you're not consistent. So try to push through as much as possible. The other thing is, every time that you post, don't post just pretty pictures or share a link that is not yours. Try to really tailor your post. It can be a written post or a picture or something, but put a text where you are basically explaining a problem that your client had or that you had during the project, and explain how you went about it in order to solve it. If you're an architect, especially, do not post just references for the sake of posting references. Try to explain what were the challenges of the project and how did you go about it in order to solve it. So that's also very important. Yeah, I can see. Hi, Pretty. How can take care of outsourcing project? How to connect with clients? So in your case, I think that you are probably looking for architects. If I remember well, Pretty. I would say to just search for architects. I think last time we talked about the US together. You can definitely look for architects and then put the country, the US, and then I would put founders or directors, and then I would do just what I did now. You just set up a meeting by sending them this message to say, can we have a short chat and see if we can collaborate? And this is how you're gonna get inbound in your inbox. So really try to focus on the strategy that you want to take. If you want to start with the US, do it with the US. If you think that you have more chances in European countries, then do so. But try to be targeted. Try to target the right companies as well. Probably you're looking for not the biggest company, but medium-sized and small companies. So that's also something that you can research prior to looking for people on LinkedIn. I hope that helps. Right. So that was the little input on LinkedIn. I also wanted to share with you a super cool thing. Let me see if I can share my screen again. Yes. Right. So if you want to learn more about how to basically get clients online through again Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Clubhouse, and so on, you can go on her website, theibdhub.com, and then you can press on digital business development to understand what her program is about. Basically, how program is divided into four types of. Oops, sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. You have four. You have four types of learning. So the digital business development 6-week course is the content is the same for all packages, but you have different ways to learn the content. So you either have the online course, the professional learning program, which is group coaching, the expert learning program, which is one-to-one, and then the premium is for companies that want to train all their staff members for BD and marketing teams. So yeah, you have also 20% off. So it's gonna last until next week. So be quick, because that will end soon. So if you have questions, let me know, and I'll gladly answer them. And then I wanted to invite you to the IBD Mastermind. We just set up a mastermind network where we have a lot of members, and we talk about business and marketing and the issues in the architecture and real estate field. You have all kind of topics that people discuss. You have all the events that we're gonna go through during the week. And it is this network, this mastermind is free until next week as well, and then it will become a membership. So do DM me if you want to join the mastermind club. I'll be more than happy to have you guys on it. And yeah, that's basically it for today. I was gonna say that tomorrow we probably won't do a daily live, because I think that on Fridays people are not really up for being on LinkedIn. I might try tomorrow morning to see if some people are connected or not. But otherwise, I will see you next week on Monday at 4 p.m. I'm also trying to figure out what works and what doesn't, and how many views do we get, in order to make it super accessible to all of you. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for joining, as usual, and I see you guys very soon.